We are live. Danger Clap here, and yours truly.
Ryan Nicholas Bailey.
There you go. There you go. So, hop right into it. Laws. What was the title here? Sorry, can't hop right into it when I fucking forget.
Laws protecting you from yourself.
Laws protecting you from yourself. Do you hear that? Okay, good. You heard it. So, I guess that saying that seatbelt laws, man, it's a choice. It should be a choice, 100% a choice. It's for you. It's for you. It's you. You is a choice at all times. Maybe you could get inconvenienced by getting pulled over and being advised to put your seatbelt on, but you definitely don't deserve a fine for it. No doubt, no doubt. Choosing.
Now,
Go ahead.
yeah, I agree. But here's one argument that I've heard against our argument, right? So an argument for seatbelt laws. Of course, one big easy one that we can dispense with real quick is we agree that if you're a parent and you have a child in the car, you should be held responsible for whether or not you're securing that child.
Yes, a hundred
100%.
percent.
We yeah,
Yeah.
we agree with that.
Yes. Yes. No
Um,
doubt. No doubt.
but
That's a
an
child.
argument, yes, exactly. And they can't, yeah, exactly. So an argument for, protecting you from yourself with the seatbelt laws would be, well, if we didn't have the seatbelt laws, seatbelts wouldn't exist. They wouldn't be in cars. And I personally think that's a bad argument. I don't think that that's true.
Yeah, I don't see the reason to remove the seatbelts. I would see the seatbelts as more of like a necessity and an amenity. Like seatbelts on the front seats necessarily don't have to exist, but in the back seats where your children should be riding in the first place, based by the, you know, that's a law too, right? That children have to ride in the back seats and the car seats and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so
Um,
because of that, like mandatory seatbelts will have to exist in the back seat of it, based by the manufacturers.
right.
But like seatbelts in the front seat could be a voluntary thing or an option to get on a car.
Okay. So let's talk about that for a second because let's say you were a car manufacturer and you decided, well, I don't want to put seatbelts in the front seat of my car because I think people are going to want to buy my car more than a car that has seatbelts. I think those words coming out of my mouth just make me sound like an idiot. Like I don't there's nobody in their right mind who would buy a car over another car specifically because it doesn't have seatbelts in it.
If the price
And so,
difference is enough, it will definitely
okay,
factor.
there you go. There you go. That's true. That is right.
That's 2,000 less off the car for no seatbelts. Say less, take them off.
That's right. That is true.
Yeah. No,
And then, yeah. And so, should you be able to market it that way? All right. Your vehicle that you're selling.
yeah.
Okay, so what's another argument for seatbelt laws?
Another argument for seatbelt laws. Maybe we move on to another law that we could talk about.
Okay.
Maybe laws that shouldn't exist, like drugs. Some laws for
Drug
drugs.
laws.
Yes. So
Drugs and laws against doing drugs.
let me state first that I love people. I love people. Okay. If you live,
You and
you
me both,
live. Live
man.
your
You
live
and me
your
both.
best life. But with that being said, I also love free will. Free will is the free will to do whatever, whenever, and however you please. Um, that's God's greatest gift to man. So, if people want to do heroin and meth, whatever they're doing, man, just do it. If you
So
function,
then what?
If you function, then that's even better.
Well, that's interesting that we could get into, but what would be an argument for drug laws?
An argument
Like, why
for it.
should they be illegal?
Why they should be illegal?
Like if somebody, yeah, I'm trying to think of,
So I mean, why they
if I
should be illegal? That
is there reasons why drugs
the
should be
same
illegal? Like what's
reason
an argument
why
for somebody?
seatbelts protect us from killing ourselves. Uh, it protects people. I mean, it protects the general populace from either being.
How
I
it
mean,
protects?
so if you
So
make it illegal, then less chance that a person is going to be out there using because if they get
is
caught, they'll
that
go to
is that
jail.
true though? Is that true?
There's a lot of scenarios, setting in situations when it comes to all drugs that makes it unique in its own way. So like,
Well, I
I
mean,
think there's definitely going to actually be benefits from both sides of it, because it's weird the way it works. Uh, I was an addict once in my life, so I know, that even though it was illegal, though, I
I mean,
still found a way. But
for sure, drugs can be bad for you, but is there a reason for them being illegal so that you can't? So, because you might be hurting other people. Is there arguments to be made in that sense?
yeah, bath salts is a good one.
That can make like you doing bath salts hurts other people.
Well, not me personally, but the you
Not
never heard
you.
about the Florida man biting another face off while he was on drugs.
Okay, so he bit somebody's face off when he
Yep.
was on bath salts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So then the argument would be because he was high on bath salts, he was a danger to other people.
Correct.
So let's say, like, how does
I don't
that
remember the
change? For
exact
instance,
story, but
because if you chewed somebody's face off sober, you're gonna get in trouble. There's laws against that already.
you're just a
Like you can't just
psycho.
eat somebody's face. And so, is there like what's does if he's high on bath salts and he eats somebody's face off, does he get in trouble for being on bath salts, or does he get in trouble for eating somebody's face off, or both?
All of it.
And because if he gets in trouble for being on bath salts,
Said
is
that
that
one question. All of it.
a lesser penalty than like by eating somebody's face? So does the law really need to exist against bath salts to protect that person from their face being eaten off, or is the fact that that's illegal to do that in the first place enough?
Illegal in the first place, but also a potential deterrent.
Because it's illegal, so it makes people less likely to do it.
Correct. And it's
Is that
also another
true
way
though?
to get money. I mean,
I mean,
yeah.
is that true
I mean,
though?
yes. Yes, in my
Well, let's
if
say
in my
let's
case, yes.
okay.
I definitely
So
don't do shit because it's illegal and I don't want to get in trouble at all. Because if you've been to jail, you know that shit sucks.
yeah, but let's say, and I'm not even going to talk about you, but let's say somebody who is an addict, is the thing being illegal actually curtailing them at all from doing it? It's like they're not afraid that it's illegal because,
Potentially, it's all situational and based on the person themselves. Like, because going through like, I'm not trying to use my own experiences, but because I've heard stories of people becoming enlightened by being arrested and getting put into a scenario that 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 just like opened their minds, and it was like, oh, I need to stop doing drugs. I need to seek help. So, in a sense, yes, I do believe that the laws help, but then there's other scenarios where it doesn't work at all. It actually makes it worse. So
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like,
that
if the drugs were legal, then there could be regulations put on them. And I'm not that I'm a huge regulations guy, but there could be regulations on them to say, hey, if you're going to, you have to have a permit in order to sell this drug, then it becomes useful for the person who wants to, deal in that drug to make it safe for the person doing it, but still get whatever effect that they're looking for in that drug and to maximize the
like
um
like taking a drug that's already been made to date and then remaking that drug to make it safer for consumption.
right to make it, I guess, safer wouldn't, because it's like cigarettes. Cigarettes are bad for you, but if you weren't doing your due diligence to make sure that they weren't being, you know, I don't know, um, mixed with more dangerous chemicals that could make you even more addicted to cigarettes, but that was going to trigger something in your brain to make you snap and eat somebody's face off. Like, maybe there's ways that those things can be um, worked into being a cleaner version of those drugs. I don't know
I
if it was
mean,
legal.
science is science. I'm sure it's within the realms of possibility. But
Well, and for sure, humans innovate throughout history. We make things better to make it more pleasurable, to more comfortable. I mean, we've done that throughout history. So what's to say that if it was um
what's it called? The Blitzkrieg is a good example.
monetary, the Blitzkrieg,
Yeah.
if it was profitable for me to make a better product than somebody else, because I would get more of the consumers coming to me, it being a drug, and I knew what to do, like I was a chemist or whatever, and I could figure out a way to do it, I would do that because it's going to enrich my life.
Well, the
There's
Blitzkrieg
a
is an event that
Yeah.
the Germans used to use methamphetamines to like drive their soldiers, and it allowed
Oh, okay,
them to
okay.
cross an insanely large gap over a very short amount of time because it heightened every sense and it made a soldier tenfold more than what he was at that point in time. So instead of a light jog the entire way, they actually were doing a full on sprint the entire time.
Okay. I know of Blitzkrieg. I didn't know that part about Blitzkrieg.
Yeah,
So,
that's how they were able to literally cross that distance. It's because they were all fueled by the drug.
so I will say that going into this conversation, I was pretty hardcore against laws to protect you from yourselves. But I will say, sitting here and talking through it actually gave me a little bit more of a perspective, and I do believe it to be a little bit more nuanced than I was giving it credit for before we started it. So, good conversation.
Yes, yes, indeed it was. And then with that being said, yep, we're running up on that time. We're gonna keep them to 15s. 15 seem very comfortable, nice. I like it. I like it. But thank you for tuning in, and if you haven't already, definitely like, subscribe, and also get the Disguise page right here. Like and subscribe. Bye.
Much love.